It's obvious that we made way too many mistakes there in that first half to find out dug too deep a hole to try to get back. I thought the kids came out in the second half, did some good things, but got to give UAB credit. Garrett has done a nice job keeping these kids playing hard, and they played well today.
First half, you had I think 28 runs, 14 passes, 13 passes. Was that something that you all planned to do coming in?
Well, coming in, they hadn't played quite as much 3 down, and they dropped 8 as they did there in the first half. And when they do that, you have to be able to run the football, and they didn't do a very good job getting them blocked, and just didn't run the ball very well.
How difficult? I know this, another week, another offensive line setup. How difficult is that to sort of get some continuity there?
Well, we hate to have, we've had Lovell in practice and a couple of those guys, but the guys that are in there just have to go in there and get it done. And UAB created issues in the first half for us that we didn't block them very well, and they created pressure not only problem in the run game, but they put some pressure on KO too in the pass game. I thought we adjusted a little better there in the second half and were able to move the ball a little bit, but they did a nice job.
Once again, special teams sort of killing you there.
Awful. Didn't play well there. I mean, you got to block punt, you got punt return for a touchdown. It's hard to win a game when you do that.
How big was the momentum swing there? I mean, defense had created a turnover early, created 2 turnovers first 2 possessions, and then you get that punt return, and UAB sees themselves high. That sort of gave them
life. Yeah, they did. I mean, our defense did a nice job of creating a turnover down there, and offense stuck it in and came back with the punt return that created some momentum for UAB. And we had guys right there to make plays. They just got to make them. Unfortunately, they didn't do it.
What changed with their defense between the first half and the second half, where it seemed that you were just able to just throw the ball so much easier and more free?
Well, I thought the second they didn't do anything different defensively in the second half. We just were able to adjust to it. We were able to get hats. I thought our guys blocked it a little better, and our kids made some plays, and but they didn't do anything different in the second half. They did, unfortunately.
About 26, 27 running plays, 13 passing in the first half. What was the philosophy behind that?
It was what they were giving us defensively. They were, again, I mentioned earlier, I think you just got here a little bit late, but they were dropping 8 and rushing 3. And whenever they rush 3 and drop 8 with all the underneath zones, you got to be able to run the football. And they did a pretty good job of it in the first half.
Is that somewhat compounded without Dobson out there, senior leader, sort of knows where to get in those zones?
I don't think so. I think it's just a matter of we just didn't make the plays we had to make. Didn't block them very well.
And to make the postseason, you now have to do something you guys haven't been able to do all year and win 2 straight. And when you get back to the locker room and you just talk to them tomorrow, I mean, what do you say?
Well, the exact same position we were a year ago. A year ago at this time, we had to go beat Memphis on the road and come back and beat East Carolina to get to get to that postseason. But we got concerned with ourselves with just becoming a better football team this week in all areas and get ready for Houston this week. But this team right now is the same boat the team was a year ago.
Okay. Seemed like a little bit intensity factor when they came out. UAB was extremely intense coming out. Did you all feel like you matched it?
Well, I thought our kids, again, I thought we came out right. We came out early and had to turn over right away. We stuck it right in. They got the punt return back, and I thought we were. I don't think that was we just weren't blocking. We weren't making plays we had to make. Second half we made those plays and we were able to get back into it a little bit, but. We just didn't make the plays we had to make the first time. Okay, thanks, Wilson.